Innovative.
The WB Morning Show, hosted by the real Young LA and Cool Ass Cam.
Hey, how y'all doing? It's your boy Young LA, the real Young LA, and you know I'm with my bro Cool Ass Cam for the record.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the WB Morning Show. Hope y'all ready for the wake and bake.
And when he say he hope y'all ready, I don't hope y'all ready. Y'all better be ready, man. You see I'm saying? And I'm not even ready. You see I'm still rolling. That's how niggas be talking shit and don't even be on they shit. So hold on. I hope y'all ready. I ain't even ready. So I get it. Why you put hope? You could have just said y'all could have been ready. See, Cam smart. He already know. Hey, but besides all that, we got a special guest in the house. Let him introduce himself.
What's up, man? My name is E. Mills, MILLTICKET, Mr. I'ma out. Work you niggas.
Come on, man. And he is not lying about that. The crazy part is to be one of the hardest working on the rap scene and don't even rap. How about that? How they got to take that one? You can move this motherfucker around too. You can lay back where you want.
Yeah.
You got action. How they got to take that right there?
Man, they got to take it with a hard pill to swallow. I'll work them. You know what I'm saying? And I don't rap.
It's not a theory. This is a fact right here, man. I just been everywhere and you there.
Yeah, man, you've been seeing the grind a long time.
You've been doing it, yeah. Like I was just telling you from years ago where I remember going to a video shoot where you was doing casting. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And who was that video for? Just for the people in the back.
T-Pain and Juicy J.
Yeah, so it wasn't like he just started yesterday.
Shit, yeah.
He been doing it, you know what I mean? And the cold part about it, he's still accessible for niggas coming up still. If you need somebody for your video, you know what I mean? So what do you be bringing to the video shoots for the people that don't know?
Well, I do casting, so people don't know. A lot of times they know me for the women, for the females, but you know I do more than just that. You know
way bigger than that.
Yeah, where you need kids, you need adults, you need choir members, you need bikers, you need little people, whatever it is.
Okay, so let's say this.
We can make it happen.
For the people in the back, when you drop a record, sometimes you listen to the record and what you see, he bringing it to life. So the main people that they know him for is for bringing the video girls, and we gonna get into that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it might still be a thing where they need a choir and it's a certain song and they need a church vibe. He could do that. If it's a
specific look that they looking for, a certain age demographic or something like that.
Yeah. Ethnicity,
you might
age
have a black
range.
and brown song and you need to bring that together. He could do that.
Absolutely.
So I get what you're saying. So a lot of people just see the shiny part of it.
Exactly.
And that's how life is. So we ain't.
It's like watching a movie.
Yeah.
Every character in that movie, I'm able to cast those characters.
That part.
You know what I mean? Because I do films, I do commercials as well. We got commercials spinning, but the videos were just popular.
Yeah.
And I built a brand around it.
Yeah.
And then I got the light on it.
Yeah. That makes sense. So you was just smart basically.
Absolutely.
You do all these different things, but you say, okay, if I put a little extra light on here, they putting the extra views and it's helping that algorithm.
It's popularity.
Why wouldn't you keep doing it?
It's the cool factor. You know, that's cool that's going on. That's what everybody like. Oh, they like it? Let me give them more of it. Just understand the marketing.
Yeah, because I was just telling them, like, for the most part, people be acting like they having all this stuff going on. But the whole time they did text my boy Mills and he didn't drop, got everything together and got you looking real smooth, man. But yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's funny, don't get me wrong. A lot of artists got motion and got the know-how to get them, but I just make their job easier and make it more effective.
That part. That part.
Yeah.
So even with that, sometimes do people have like a certain type of woman they want in the video? So it ain't just cause she cute and got somebody say I want a petite woman and you got to do.
Yeah.
So you got to have a lot of different women that you're dealing with. So when a certain
I just did a shoot. Yeah, I just did a shoot yesterday. I don't mean to cut you off, but I just did a shoot yesterday. And they want a specific artist got their look.
Yeah.
And there's a multiple artists on this particular set.
Right.
And there's one artist asked for a BBW.
Got you.
But a BBW can be determined in multiple facets.
Right.
So I had to inquire like, hey, which BBW style do you like? And then he went more of the, more voluptuous girl.
Are you talking about chunky?
Very
chunky.
Exactly.
Yeah, because now certain words you want to use because we don't want to offend nobody.
Absolutely,
but I think chunky is pretty good. Hey, what's up, baby? You looking real chunky over there. I think that's cool. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know how that was going to go.
Might not land. Oh, okay, hold on. So, yeah, voluptuous or something.
Yeah. You want to do that.
Okay, there we go.
Because you go up to a girl, tell her she chunky. She's like, hey.
She might not take that the right way.
No, you got to say it smooth. I know how to talk to him smooth. You can't just say, girl, you chunky. You got to be, girl, you looking quite chunky in them things. You might have to put the monkey with it. You say chunky, monkey.
You got to put something with it because if you go do that, I got to get it on camera. I want to see
I want to see how that go. That was like Tank.
Yeah.
He said, you going to come back. He said, nah, I told you, nephew, that wasn't it. That wasn't going to do it. Right? Nah, that's cool, though, man. So, how is it working with a lot of different women? Is it easy maintaining all those personalities?
It's definitely not easy, man. You know that. Like,
yeah.
You dealing with one woman.
Nigga said you know that.
Got about 50 different personalities, you know what I mean? So,
oh, yeah, I got you. 1,500. It's going down.
Exactly. It's so many, you got to cater to them and, stroke egos.
Yeah.
And make sure they comfortable.
Yeah.
Make sure everybody's comfortable on set.
Yeah.
Offset, coming to set to make sure they showing up on time.
Yeah.
They might have just had an issue at home.
You can't bring that with you.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like you as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Whatever went on at home, when you get on the stage, hey, you got to perform. I'm here to see that. I ain't here to see nothing else.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So sometimes you gotta be the venting process. Let me know right now, because when you get there, that gotta be already off your back.
Yeah, it's a lot of counseling in the process.
Counseling. That's a good word. So yeah, niggas a counselor too. You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's part of getting the job done. Some people think it's a team effort. So
they think we just calling some girls and they just showing up.
When you get your job done, you can give them all the addresses and the times and the money, and I'm done. And no. You got to make sure everybody's comfortable. That's the word right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you done been places and you weren't comfortable. You know what I mean? And you don't really want to go back. I want you to come back to here. This is email. So you going to make sure they comfortable.
And that's why they still keep coming. I make sure they comfortable. You know what I mean? I'm a cool dude. I'm going to speak to them correctly, appropriately. And we going to make sure we get the job done because at the end of the day, we want to get called back over and over again.
And it's a good word. They go word of mouth. A lot of people don't know nothing about that. Where I told him about you over the phone. Wasn't no car, no Instagram.
No internet. Nothing. Yeah.
Hey, this who you need to holler at, like we just did with my boy. Hey,
absolutely.
You need to tap him, and that's what I'm saying. That's real big, keeping that word of mouth.
And that comes from the era we came up in. You know what I'm saying? We had to really be out there shaking hands and kissing babies and talking the talk and really walking the walk.
Come on, man. That hand-to-hand era is different.
Yeah.
You got to have some respect about yourself and some game about yourself, because you're walking up to somebody who don't know you.
Yeah.
And you talking to them, and they're going to look at you like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Especially here in L.A.
Yeah, but instead of that, though, we was out so many places and going different places.
They want to talk to you.
They want to know, what do you do?
There we go.
You know what I'm saying?
The reverse. That's that reverse Uno card.
Yeah.
We've been saying that a lot lately.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's when you get that, that's what I call the cheat code.
Absolutely.
The average person needs trying to figure out how people can get to talk to them, and you doing so good, they trying to figure out how to talk to you.
Man, the main thing is make yourself a commodity.
That part.
You know what I mean? Let them figure out how to tap into you. Like, it's been times where I used to try to call, man, how do I get in contact with this artist? Or, I want to connect with this person. Now they calling my phone.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing you could do. I heard that before. So it's like, hey, how do I get to a point where, man, go get hot enough, we're going to find you. That's what they're going to tell you.
Yeah.
If you hot enough, everything changes. You know what I mean? I done been places they say you can't get in with no hat on. Come back, put my hat on, get in there. I see E Mills in there with a hat on. Don't worry about nothing. I still got work to do. Sometimes they like, okay, he good. You're not, though. What you gonna do? Get into it with the security guard and look goofy?
Yeah.
Or you just gonna step your levels up and come back harder next summer and you might got action?
That's something we all had to learn.
On,
I used to do the same thing. Like, what? How you getting in with that?
Yeah.
Okay, I ain't there yet.
Yeah. You get some reminders every so often.
Yeah, everything ain't for everybody.
That part.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's rooms you can get in, I can't get in, and vice versa.
Yes, sir.
You know?
That's why we got each other. We get each other everywhere. You know what I'm talking about? You get me and I get you, and you know how this shit go, though.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So, yeah, give them some of that etiquette, man. I see you out all the time at the sections with the ladies, man. A lot of fellas want to know how to do that. Give them a little bit of etiquette, like how you can keep all the ladies comfortable, having fun in the club,
even with that, right? Like, that's just something I created, because I used to promote and stuff first.
Definitely know.
And then so with that aspect of it, I merged the lifestyle with the business side of the casting. So when that's slow and things are going well, I did that to brand and build the company.
Yeah, so
you know what I mean?
Hey, how you? Oh yeah, hit me. I can pay.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So then once I started doing it, I started creating a model around it of how I did it, how I created the walk up. So when you see people waiting outside or whatever they doing, and gathering everybody together and walking up as a unit and all that, people wasn't doing that at first. You know that. You know what I'm saying? So with that aspect of it, I created a movement and everybody started following the trend, started doing it. And then once we get in there,
that's hard. Now that you think, I mean, now that you say that, you right. And I never thought about that. You started to, we're going to link up in the parking lot. Everybody park here. We walk in the club at the same time.
And make a movement. And
it's a big deal now.
Yeah.
And they're like, damn, who was all them moving together? They're going straight to his ass, going, that's your place. Shout out to Eat Meals.
Yeah. A lot of people try to take credit for it, but they know who it really was.
On, it's almost like the nigga walking to the boxing ring with the walk-in.
The walk-in.
Nigga have a rapper performing on your walk-in.
While I'm walking in.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. That's a good one, though. That's part of history.
Hey, they say every superhero need his theme music.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's why sometimes I walk in with a drummer. I walk in with cheerleaders.
Come on, man.
I do it. You know what I mean? It's showmanship.
The unthinkable, man. You didn't made it come all the way to motherfucking life. So with that being said, what's some of the funnest movie sets you've been on that you can remember? I know you did so many. Just you ain't got to say none of the crazy top 5. Just something you can remember off the top of your head, because that's the first thing.
New Edition. New Edition was one of the top movies.
Recent? Oh,
the New Edition movie. We did 2016 maybe? 2016, 2017 it came out.
Yeah.
New Edition story. And
so you did all the casting?
It was on BET. I didn't do all of that. That particular one was already cast, and then the director and executive producer called me because they was like, man, we're not getting that look we needed, that featured look of the special different roles that we need in the actual project. So I knew the director from working with him years ago, and he had the EP called, his name Jesse Collins. Called me. He just did the BET Awards. He produced all the Grammys, all that type of stuff. Big called me, and we put it together, and I worked out a deal with him, and I came in and did the special roles that they needed throughout the project. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
Yeah, so it was a good project for me to be a part of and build my name in the film and TV world a little more, so they can see I do that.
Yeah, because I was about to say, I didn't even know you did that, so now I can see not only is it the music videos, you casting series and films and all that, so man.
Even commercials. Like right now we got commercials spinning, the one with Anthony Edwards and Sprite right now that you see during the playoffs, all that type of stuff with the kid. AE drinks Sprite and goes up for the dunk. Yeah, we did that.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So we well-rounded in the casting space. You know what I'm saying?
So you ever just sit back and been watching TV and just see your commercial go on something? What kind of feeling did that feel, man?
I feel great, man. I feel amazing, bro. Like, you sitting there like, damn, you see your work, and you like, a little pat on your back for that time. But then the type of person I am, I want more.
Buckle right back down.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, okay,
where's the next
cool.
job at? Yeah, what's the next one?
Let me get another. I want like 5, 6 of them coming. I want actually at one point, any video that came on any show or anything,
I'm in there.
Are we in the club? Every song that came on in the club,
I'm on with the rapper.
I did every project that came on that song. So it was
I didn't even think about that. So now we in the club just chilling.
Yeah.
And you like, oh yeah, I casted that video, because now we ain't watching the videos, it's just hearing the song, but still that's the same play. I'm part of this song.
Absolutely.
Without the video, the song wouldn't be as big, and that's definitely how it is in these times.
Because now your TV is on your phone now. You know what I'm saying? You watching it, but you're not watching on that network at that time.
You get to control it now. That's all.
Yeah.
That's it.
So if you go, you really going.
So what made you get into that field? How did you end up saying I want to start casting people?
Man, it fell in my lap.
That part.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, look, when I was running around the scene in Hollywood, and girls are seeing me starting to move around, and some of the top models at the time was like, "Man, you cool," and people respect you. why don't you manage me, or why don't you do this? And I kept saying, now hold up, because I didn't know the business, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me figure this out first. I didn't just jump into it.
You actually already in the right spots. You already, and you know, there's two sides to it, because you already in all the right spots. Okay, you in Hollywood, you working.
Yeah.
Then you that type of nigga where you like, I don't mind putting my career in your hands. Some people you like, he a good nigga, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't leave $2 around that man.
No, facts.
So yeah, it's a good combo. So with that being said, it's almost like this your play right here. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah. So with that, it came about, and then I'm like, you know what? Let me start with one. I started with one girl. Started just moving around with her, helping her, putting her in position, and then, you know, like you said, word of mouth. How did you get that? Who did that? And then it just started building, like, and started knocking stuff down like dominoes.
Yeah, back to back.
Yeah,
that's what's up, man. It's good to hear that, man. You know, because people see everybody on the top side of it, but never know it was just I started with one girl, man, getting her around, and then
it was one, literally.
Yeah, man, they got to hear that, man. Yeah. You hear me?
Yeah.
The nigga walk in there like this and like this now. So
yeah. No, her name was Jasmine Monroe.
I was gonna say shout her out, but I was like, I'm not gonna get into politics. Ain't
that's one she know.
But now that you said it, that was it.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that. I thought about it. First one, she deserved to be shouted out.
Absolutely.
And I just thought about ain't no type of what kind of politics that happens, so I'm gonna stay out.
No, Jasmine Monroe, she helped build the brand.
Know how much of good of a businessman you is. You still able to shout her out, then I mean,
we still tight. We still tight today.
Got to be. Nigga ain't shout out nobody on your business that I started with that you ain't fucking with no more.
Typically, everybody I started with or dealt with in the beginning, I still deal with now.
Come on, man. That's just hats off to how you moving, man.
Yeah. The crazy thing is, I think the first time we actually met each other, we was way in Palm Springs at a radio station.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Out there with my boy Roosevelt and C Nice.
Yeah.
And what was you doing out there at that time? You was with my boy, huh? Foster?
Yeah, but we were promoing at the same time.
Okay.
I brought Foster out there.
Got you.
Because it was a play I had. You know what I'm saying? That's my boy.
Yeah.
So it was like, all right, cool. I got this model thing. They was having me bring models out there every week and do interviews.
No, I could get it. So it's almost the point how the girls are saying tapping in. A nigga smart enough to say, hey man, what's going on? Let me get in the business too. Yeah. And I used to see Foster around too. Shout out to Foster.
Yeah, that's family.
Yes, sir.
And then like, you know, he did music. So, you know, at the time, you know, I was managing artists a little bit. Still, because you know, I was just manage artists, writers, and all that type of stuff in the beginning. A lot of people don't know.
Sir.
A lot of my connects came from the music industry. Just because I was in the music industry first, running around. That's how I was running around. Because you know, my business partner.
See, the music industry gets such a bad like connotation because you know, people being lost money or something happened. But
I lost a lot in it.
It's a positive side to it too.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? When you thug it out and you push through the losses, you get a lesson, and then you learn something, and then you earn something. You know what I'm talking about?
Sometimes you gotta, you know, lean to the side over here or lean over here once you see the action, where the action going. You know what I mean? Because I was able to do it more than an artist would because I'm not an artist.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, if I was an artist, my focus probably would have been more on, I got to rap. No, okay.
Is you still in the same casting, but even though I'm doing movies now. Right now, I'm on this series. Yeah. Right now, I got this rapper that's got 3 videos where you stand in the mix. But I was just interviewing, and they said it's like in cycles. You got to just know where to go on what cycle. You know what I mean? Sometimes this is booming, and you go over there going crazy, then it starts slowing up. Let me hop over there. This booming, and you just keep a few different cycles.
Or say even on the executive side, right?
That part.
Even on the executive side, say you rapping, you knowing something going. Okay, it's a film over here. They're looking for some artists. All right, now let me get my executive hat on and let me try to get this soundtrack going and put in play. Let me get them in this particular project. Or I know this A&R over here, and let me try to structure a deal over here now because I'm behind the scenes. I can structure a little more deals than somebody else in front of the scenes.
Makes sense.
And now they respecting me a little more because they seeing, okay, he's a proven success.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
So with that being said, I was sliding down through downtown. I looked to the right and I seen MILLTICKET. I said, oh, my nigga didn't got a store now?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that, man.
So, yeah, like you said, like when things are slowing down and things are going not the way you want them to go, I'm like, you know what? I got to have other, you know, portfolio openings, you know what I'm saying, that I can put out there where it's like, okay, well, let me put a store together. Instead of just a store, though, let me put together a store that I can make multiple incomes out of, which I made a creative compound out of, which I got the storefront, I got the office space, I got the photography, got the podcast set up, and I got a recording studio.
Definitely do.
So it's like, you know what, let me maximize what I can out of this. And broaden my portfolio.
It's the same way. Same thing you talk about right in there. Because at the same time, the rent got to get paid. One time it could be the clothing store. But sometimes you got people renting out the photos. You got somebody in the studio. You just saying, fuck it. It don't matter what nobody do. I just need to be in the office. Or at the end of the month, you said it was worth it a month for me. You know what I mean? It's just it's still portfolio spread right there. That's a good breakdown for you, man. So, recently I've been in there fucking with my boy G5. And I was like, damn, that's so dope to see y'all merge together, and I ain't know you had the studio in the back. He definitely going crazy, so I'm like, it's only right. So let's talk about that. How you and G5 start fucking around?
Man, I ended up doing a video, I think, for Chef Boy. And I actually directed that video and produced it during my company. You know what I mean? So people know I can wear multiple hats.
I was just about to say that. The nigga got a hat under the hat under that. Like that one nigga, he took his do-rag off, and another do-rag go. He took it off, it was another one. Yeah, one of those.
So once I did that, I met him there. And then, we just became cool. He was watching my movement, and he slid in my DM one day like, hey, bro, you manage? I was like, it's funny you ask. I used to. And, but, I ain't had an artist in a minute. But I was like, why don't you come over, man? And he let me know what he was going through. He needed a breath of fresh air. I said, man, look, here go the keys to my spot, bro. Come do your thing. Let's do it. Let's build. And let's work together. And I'm, kind of partnered with Adrian. Adrian is more the lead, you know what I'm saying, of the management side. But, I kind of partner with him and help out where I can. And, I ain't getting too attached with it. But, I'm giving my input and my expertise and my knowledge where I can.
And they want it, too. So it means a lot, you know what I mean? So, when I talk to him, he always speak highly of you, so I was just thought that was dope. You know
like,
and I always see you, but I start seeing you a lot more often, going in there talking. I'm like, next time I see emails, I'm gonna just ask that nigga, and then I think I seen you somewhere going crazy. Like, maybe this ain't the time. Then the next time I see you, I think I asked you, but
and I said, I pull up, just let me know.
For sure, real nigga, man.
He tried to tell me like December if I didn't turn down a date, but I said, hold on, wait, hold on, I'm gonna go get it.
I was like, man, I ain't gonna lie, ain't nothing I can do, but I know, because you eat meals. I'm definitely trying to bend the rules, but I'm like, man.
Nah, I know, man, but I respected the business, so I'm like, man, you know what? That's the date you gave me. I'm gonna stick to it. Let's get to it, man, because we've been rocking.
So you got a podcast? You said you got the podcast. It's just a space for people to use? Or you have a podcast at a time, too?
I haven't did anything on it myself, because I just never figured out what I wanted to do personally yet. But, I have, a couple of my assistants. We did it around the brand. Some of the models giving them light, doing their things. We did a lot of good episodes. A lot of the people we had, Joe Moses, a bunch of people on there, it was building it. We kind of stepped back from it for a second. I'm trying to figure out this streaming stuff now. You know what I'm saying? So
if you ever need a podcast engineer to come through and help out, I'm always.
No, definitely.
Yeah, I just think I seen something DDG said about having 1,000 streamers a month.
Yeah. Get you $3,000.
It was like, oh, that ain't even too unreachable. And then the next thing you know, when you just make it part of your program and you ain't really tripping, that's how you really eat. Just like how everything else. You're doing it every day.
Now I'm learning a little more because I'm tapped in with the business side of the streamers. Where I'm casting for them and doing different things of those nature. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, let me figure this out a little bit. I'm gonna start going around them a little more and figuring it out. Even if it's not putting myself in position, it's more so learning the business to put other people in position.
Yeah, because sometimes it's like I just need an expert in that field, and I trust him. I'm gonna let him run that. He always go over there and do checks and welfare check, make sure everything going smooth. But at the end of the day, it's like I don't need to try to pick up a new hobby and learn nothing new. I just need somebody else that do, and they can handle it, they own willing to work too. Because some people know stuff, and now you got to make sure he good, he don't steal. Now you in there, nigga. Let's get it going.
Like he just said,
go crazy.
If I ever did a podcast, look, I don't know how to run none of that. My job is facilitating it. Bam, cool. As long as you said that, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's not my thing.
That's the whole thing, like you said.
Always got to market yourself, right? So I'm started out
there. Man, this is it, man. It's a big old market. You hear me? It's
a cameraman, he the camera. Cool, I bought some cameras. I got some cameras. I might use them every now and then, but that's... You the cameraman, look, come shoot this for me today. This is what we doing.
Well, you know, I'm always pressing never not working. So anybody you see me with me never not working too.
That's hard.
So you know, whatever they do, that's what they do. You know what I mean? My boy cameraman, my boy got the podcast engineer.
It's about knowing your roles too.
That part.
Because that's how you make a team. That's how you build together.
Can't make a movie.
Everybody got to be sure of their position though too. You know, it's like some people.
And that be the problem.
Yeah, because a lot of people still finding themselves. I realize that. You know,
or some people want to do more than really.
Or they see you getting shine for what you're doing.
That's what I was about to say.
And they want to be in your spot.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying?
I want to be the person that wave at people at the door. It's like, no, we got my grandmama doing that's a low maintenance job. She get No, let me do that. I want to talk to everybody, and it's like, yeah, bro, come on, man.
And it's about people knowing their position.
Shout out to my boy Chef Zaga, man. You know what I'm talking about? That's our chef around here.
Okay.
If you ever need some of that good old Jamaican food, we're gonna lock you in. We be having an R&B brunch.
Okay, I gotta tap in. You know, I'm a fan of them oxtails.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
got
saying?
the oxtails.
And them rice and peas.
Rice
and
peas, he got it down, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know, some people give you more rice than peas and more bone on the oxtail than the meat. He ain't doing that. He getting it together. So got to link y'all up. But yeah, man. Yeah, what? So, what you got planned coming up, man? What you got in the forecast? I know you always
right now. I got some
working
stuff in the vault, like I said, you know. So I got my casting app that I'm building. You know what I'm saying? I've been building a lot right now.
That's dope.
We probably, you know, I'm going in the tech field side of it. You know what I mean? So I've been doing it for like last 2 years.
Basically the same play you doing, but it's just straight through the app. They don't need to holler at me no more.
Exactly.
You hear me?
Straight through the app.
You go fuck around and be, what's the nigga Tom off of MySpace?
That's what I'm doing. I'm creating my own ecosystem within that app. You know what I'm saying? So I got over about 17,000 users on there right now.
Oh, damn.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm building it where,
I'm
going to the advertising space.
Take a little space on that. Yeah. I know you still working and you trying to get it to 1.7 million.
Yeah, absolutely.
17,000 is a good thing, bro.
Yeah, it's a good start. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. For that one.
Oh, yeah.
That was great, bro. I'm happy to hear that,
man. Thank you, man. Just build it,
What's the name of that?
MILLTICKET Casting.
Stop playing with
MILLTICKET Casting app. You can get it on App Store, Google Play, all that. You know what I mean? So
iPhone
or Android.
Yeah. Let's pop that, man.
Yeah.
I always hear people saying it. I got something to say for my boys. Get that MILLTICKET app, man. You can have an iPhone or Android, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. And if you don't need it, just tell your peoples, man. They might need it. Don't be holding on that good information, man. Perfect. That's how you block a
But
blessing.
the thing is, it's like I said, you cast for so many different things. It's like anybody could possibly fill a role depending on what they looking for.
From kids to men to...
You know what? You big enough where fucking...
I'm like, where do I sign up? You feel me? Like, at some point, I feel like something will come up.
Go on there and download. Yeah, it might be something
you big enough where Spike Lee just be like, you know what? I don't even got to do the casting. I'm going to just get emails.
That's real.
And
Absolutely.
he'll take care of it. You get to get the budget now. You like, let me bring in this guy here.
Or Warner Brothers Studios or Disney Studios.
Yeah, all that. That's what I'm saying, though. That's where we're going to be at in no time.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, so we got that. And then also, you know, I'm working on the producer side where I'm putting together some films, some TV shows, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
You know, we in the script writing phase, et cetera. But, you know, in a minute, you know, you're going to hear the announcing of the MILLTICKET Films division.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
And this is all based out of Los Angeles, California.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Just gotta put that out there.
Yeah,
It just sounded so good. I don't want them to start thinking this shit ain't right here from right here.
No, this is right from right here, man.
Yes,
like you already know. Like you said, I heard you say earlier, you know, you from all around Southern California. Yeah. Look, I didn't born South Central Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? People don't know the Fox Hills Hospital.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? It's no longer there. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, was out there for a minute. Then I moved out to Upland.
Yeah.
Was back and forth.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And Southern California, all the way around.
Yeah,
bro.
I done been to some parties in Upland.
Yeah,
Look who I see.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is you doing? It's cracking out here the same way like we in Hollywood.
But see, though, people don't realize that I didn't did events and parties from L.A. to Upland to Fullerton to Pasadena to
they need to hear it
to all around Southern California.
Hey man, I be trying to tell don't be humble right now.
Hey, so look, if I had an artist back then, if we would have been on that mindset,
it's over. It's still the same play.
Yeah, same play. Yeah, but at that time though, when I'm
so let's just
I'm fresh out of PE.
You hear me? Let's say for the people in the back, they always love to hear some of the people you work with. I know you're not a braggadocious type of guy, but since we here, I always like to bring it out. People, don't be humble right now. Say some of the as many artists you can remember off the top of your head, just so they can really know that this is like a damn near fully loaded clip right here. Go for days, but give them a
I'm gonna start with Home Base, who we built with and came up with.
Man, that's respect and loyalty over everything.
Which is YG, Tyga, Kendrick Lamar, and then I'm gonna say Chris Brown because he one of us too.
Yeah, he down there in LA for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
At this point,
then we can go to Drake's. We can go to Travis Scott.
Yeah.
We can go down anybody you can name from any major city.
It's almost the opposite way. I can name somebody and you could be like, yeah.
Absolutely.
Until you say no, which probably be more yes than no.
Yeah,
so.
Because it's all genres too. We can Lady Gaga, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Train, the rock group, country group, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like I said earlier, T-Pain and Juicy J.
I mean, at this point, you didn't got big enough where it just land on your desk. You wake up, okay, this is what we doing now.
Yeah.
It don't matter where we going, how we doing it. You just ready to let me get my tools together and you ready to skin that cat.
Right now, we got 2 shooting right now. We got one in LA right now and one in Vegas.
Hey, I was just about to tell him, off the line, he was in full pocket.
Yeah.
E Mills, bro. Hey, you right there, to do this, tell him this, and everything gonna go good. You just, and all that. You know what I'm talking about?
I got a team working. At the same time while I'm here trying to do
all over, so
and
different states.
And out of respect, sometimes they might have some that might be they got to call you and get the.
You know what I'm saying? Or what you think I should do with this situation? Like right now, my Atlanta rap. Actually, I forgot about this job. It's another job we got shooting right now. She's a big dog too. You know what I'm saying? Where she has the whole Atlanta, but bigger than that too.
Yeah.
She's we're casting Miss Pat show right now. Doing the audience and stuff for the Miss Pat show that come on BET. Her name Lala Mean. She get it in, and then I got my other team out here. Rudy Jackson, she handles a lot of my day-to-day and casting and do everything too. And my other GM, Ryan Smith, he handle his thing, man. And, without my team, it would be no me. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't be able to come do this right now while we...
Because you would have to be there.
Yeah.
So, that's the part of...
And it takes a while to develop a team, though.
I was about to say.
And you gotta trust people to get the job done. And
then like the writing of the scripts and all that type of stuff. That's my business partner and my cousin. Wallet Green, you know what I'm saying? He handled his stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I got his pen working, and we got a couple other writers writing it with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I always learned, you ain't got to be an expert in the field, but as long as you know an expert in that field, it's just like you are, you know what I mean?
Somebody got to be the lead, somebody got to be the face, you know what I'm saying? And it's me chosen, it wasn't me saying, hey, I'm the leader. No, okay, well, this must be my role.
Yeah.
Let me jump out there and do what I need to do to put everybody in position.
Come on, man.
You know how to delegate.
Your position to put people in position.
And that's what really it takes to be a good leader, knowing how to delegate. Because a lot of times people would try to do everything themselves too. And
I tried that at the beginning. It just wasn't getting me farther than I wanted to get. You know what I'm saying? And then it wasn't even by choice, because I had to.
Yeah, they say if you want to go faster, you do it by yourself. But you want to go farther, you do it with the team.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good game right there, man.
Yeah.
That nigga got all the good game in there. I'm trying to think of some more questions to keep on cracking that good game up out of you, man.
Yeah.
What song made you fall in love with hip hop? I asked all the artists that. You down there in the game enough where I can ask you.
What song made me fall in love with hip hop?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say NWA Boys in the Hood.
The Boys in the Hood is always I did it right there.
Yeah, pull your car.
Yeah, I love to ask that question because
I was at that age where it was on tape.
Yeah,
I had the tape. You know what I'm saying? And I used to have to hide it up under the bed.
Yeah, because
so moms didn't want me listening to it. You know
I had that when I got 5 on it. I didn't even know nothing was wrong. She
was
like, boy, what are you doing with that?
Exactly.
I'm learning the lyrics. No, ain't no learning the lyrics to this right here.
Yeah.
I remember I got popped in the mouth by one of my aunties because I said that Tupac, he said, I used to feed for your sister but never went up in her. And she was like, Pop, that wasn't no cuss word. And she let me know, like, nah, can't say everything.
The context.
Yeah, like what he's insinuating.
I got a woman for the same thing. I got hit like that.
Pop, I was like, I'm looking at her. I ain't even do no cuss words. She like, nah.
I think I said cum donor or something, right? And I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah,
I said that,
yeah.
right? And we recorded it. Pops came like, Pop, what you doing saying that?
Yeah.
I said, don't say that.
Yeah.
Nah, I get y'all cold when I was in the car with Mom.
He got
Back
us
in the
beat.
day, she got off work, picked me up from Granny house. We driving home, and Pony by Genuine came on. And I the song was going off, and I looked over and I asked my moms, I said, what do horny mean?
Oh, damn. Now, that's a real quick kid question.
The real kid question. I remember this shit, though.
And they was like, I don't know why I played this in front of them. What'd they tell you?
She was like, don't say that.
Yeah.
With like the most stern face you could ever.
Yeah, because she was embarrassed, too.
Yeah.
It's just me and her in the car, but she didn't know how to answer.
That don't even mean nothing, nigga. She trying to think, I'm not even
How do I say this to my son?
Nigga,
Exactly.
Nigga, you better not never make me feel this embarrassed. Don't ask me.
Especially the age you at. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe if you're a little older, she could explain it a little better.
Yeah, it's like, nah.
But once you older, ain't no point in asking that question no more. You already know.
You already know what it is.
Nah, you know what song was like that I wasn't singing it or something. I just grew up and I never knew that the one he was like dancing real close.
Next.
Yeah, I never knew that they was talking about that. I used to be singing that as a kid. That was just a regular. Then I grew up and I
You
one day
listen to the
played,
lyrics.
and he was like, "Oh, these little freaky ass niggas."
Ain't no same. I did the same song, and I was like, "Wait, they was talking about this the whole time."
Yeah,
You're making it hard for me. That was.
Bro, you in there dancing, letting that thing get to your emotions. You supposed to be having a free spirit dance.
Yeah.
Hey, good job, we done. You over there really in your head. Oh, what if I, man? Hey, that was a radio song. I'm like, ain't that a?
Hey, yeah.
Yeah,
A lot.
that
But
was-
you think about a lot of those songs though, was like that.
Yeah.
They worse than the songs we got now.
Yeah, they was sliding it in real smooth, but they was talking about that shit though.
Yeah.
The things that they were insinuating.
Insinuation.
They just wasn't using the vulgar language behind it.
Now niggas
Exactly.
just get the cussing.
Now it's just straight vulgar.
raw.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, raw and
I'll tell you
edited.
straight what time it is.
Hey, I'll be
That
scared to
part.
play certain records with my nieces and stuff in the car. Be like, I like the records, but like, I feel uncomfortable with them in the car.
Because now they want to sing along and shit, and that's not.
And they already know the records. I already know they know them, but you know, it just ain't cool around me.
Right. They respect you enough to not repeat the
I
lyrics.
realized that though, because my biggest song is Pressure. So every time I go around my family, we singing it together.
Yeah.
So I never thought about even Maya. Like they know every word. We gonna sing it 15, 20 people at once. And I'm just looking like, damn, I really got them saying, just got caught with a pedo. And I'm like, damn, when they know the words, I can't say
You can't say that.
This your song. I was, I used to always make songs. I always have one of them, like, I could play for my grandma my songs on my track. So if you ever listen to any of my CD, I got one.
supposed
Because
to
they
do that.
always say, let me hear one of the songs you play. Like, hold on, I got one.
look.
Yeah, nigga ain't gonna play. Drop that pussy. No,
That's
I
what I'm saying, nigga. I had shit like Two Live Crew back in the day. That's why I can't play that shit for nobody.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta have a number, track 11, right before where you say, I gotta see the song cry.
Yeah.
Ooh. And your grandma like, oh, okay, I see what you doing.
that's the one.
Yeah.
You go ahead, oh, look at my grandson. And yeah. But she hear the pressure and it's like, boom, man, nigga, just got caught with it. Yeah, just like, oh, damn. But yeah, nah, that's how it is, though. They love it. I love it. It's just crazy. It's like, I always played the good songs around it, but now it's over now. Whenever I go anywhere, perform it. Come on, pull it on. Everybody's singing. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. What's the first record you ever did?
Ever? It's still out right now. It's called damn, what's that motherfucker?
Bang.
Boom, dun, dun, dun. The one we was at, I shot it at the first, what's the thing that happened on Crenshaw with the food?
Oh,
and
you
everything?
talking about
The Hood Gone Crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was basically like one day I just realized, like, you know how you go to the studio with people? I wasn't driving. You
Gotcha.
feel me? So it was like I was jumping in the car. So every time I go to somebody to go to the studio, most likely it's gonna be somebody else that rap. You get me? So every time I do a song, I got songs me in a feature.
Yeah.
And then people like, bro, when are you gonna do your own song? So that was actually my first own song, my first song that I did solo.
Yeah,
and it was
that's
The Hood Gone Crazy. But I did do a song before that with 1800 Block. Remember, actually. But yeah, so yeah, that was like the main one that I shot the video for and the first record, and that was when people start calling me the real Young LA.
That's
the other guy had came out, so I was live at the Taste of Soul first one they shot.
The video
got like 50 people following us around. Everybody I see, we shooting a video. They come with me. Then we going. I'm walking around and I seen Willie B. That made for Kendrick Lamar. And he was like, "Yeah, this is my boy Young LA, the real Young LA." And then when I had a mixtape, I started. It was called "I Know the Real" because people just kept saying, "I know the real Young LA."
Yeah.
So ever since then we just started stuck. So that all happened in that one video, and now it's way before Instagram. Because when I get on Instagram, everybody got the real in front of their name, and it's kind of like, that's how you. And I thought it was an Instagram, and I'm like, nah, it's the.
No, I remember when I first saw it.
Yeah. I used to be way more serious about it then.
Yeah.
Now I really do keep up with him. It is what it is. God bless him.
Yeah.
He going through a lot. They did damn near revived him from him being a smoker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Facts.
I'm not an internet
was the
person.
real, like before Instagram when it was Twitter.
Yeah.
I remember that far back.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Nigga went viral on MySpace, Twitter, Instagram, everything. I just got to start fucking with TikTok now at this point. But they say it's easier to go viral on there because they algorithm.
It's building. They've been trying to control it a little bit. Like I said, my partner, he been fucking with it. He said he a comedian outside of it, so he just been saying little skits, doing little stuff.
Yeah.
He had one go like 50, 60,000 views. They starting to go.
Yeah,
get his followers up.
I dropped a few and ended up at 1,000 followers real fast. So that's basically like what you got to go live.
That's what you do it,
But it's like, to me, you know how you just do something, and I'm consistent. I know I got to do it for 30 days to really see. So when I just drop something, come back and look at it, but it's like you need to really
you got to go
in there.
2 to 3 a day.
Yeah.
For 30 days.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the whole, and that's basically like how I'm on Instagram.
Yeah.
So it's like, and you can
use that same content.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Growing though, when you got to keep growing with these apps too. So that's the thing about being in the times and new.
We know how to adapt. That's why we still here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I do got it. I just got to start working it. But yeah, now it's the streaming, and people been hitting me. You need to start twitching. They love to watch you, and I'm like, you right. But now it's just doing it.
Exactly.
And you seeing now with the streamer university thing, they let you know it's a job, and it
really is.
Really, they making kind of like more money than rappers right now. And,
they are the new rappers right now. It's crazy.
Just
the ones, the top creators are making
I'm
more
here
money.
podcasting, so wait, I'm kind of there, but at the same time, I hear you though.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's like I would say the new rappers as far as popularity go.
Yeah, so because at a certain point, it's rappers who did great and they was cool at the certain time of rap, but now they great podcasters. But
same
they
thing.
really was rappers at one point. So
it's real art. It's just artistry, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's another form of artistry that you gonna accomplish and take over. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. So yeah, we staying consistent. Like we said, we got it booked and we busy. You know what I mean? We keep working, getting sponsors, getting stuff to steal and promo codes, and we're making money on the back end to start adding up.
Yeah.
We working our way to 1,000 subscribers now. I think we had
congratulations.
Little under 750.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You need certain things to start getting. I know we got the watch time because we a podcast.
Yeah.
When I did it with videos, you got 3-minute videos. People might watch it for 30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah.
So to get 3,500 hours, you got to get some views.
Exactly.
So now you could have 100 views, but if people watching it for an hour, we should lock that out. So I'm just, we working on the subscriber thing. We just pressing
building
organically. I ain't did no raffle or no fast forward or nothing. It's taking our time and it's growing. Every time I look, I forget about it. I look back. It's up a few heads.
Because once people catch on, they catch on.
And then we got a lot of different people that's coming out, so it's a different crowd, Yeah. We ain't expecting 1 million people to come.
Every interview is different,
But maybe 4 or 5. Hey, I like what they got going on
exactly,
there. You know what I mean? Oh, I didn't know Mills like them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
sometimes it take to see a nigga fuck with some people.
Yeah. Or they didn't even know we knew each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I say. So being in the industry, we see each other and we know what it is, but it's like we got to work together to make sure they know. But that ain't your fault. You on point. I need to shoot a video and call you. About nothing more than that.
Just pull up to the spot. Let's do something over there. You know what I'm saying?
I got super love for you.
Yeah.
Man. How is it staying humble? How do you do the?
It's staying humble as yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's who you actually are. That's who you are.
Can't fake it.
If you like this before money, money's not gonna change you.
It's
You know
just
what I'm saying?
it's just gonna add the gas to whatever fire you burning.
It's gonna enhance whoever you already
That's the
are.
word right there, enhance.
You know what I'm saying?
If you a bullshit nigga, you just gonna be a very
bullshit nigga.
balling bullshit ass nigga.
If you was an asshole before the money, you're gonna be a bigger asshole with the money. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way it is. You know?
Make hella sense, man.
Yeah.
I know you done traveled all kind of. What's a good spot you plan on going on vacation to? What type of shit you do to when you want to relax your mind sometimes from all of the rigmarole?
Last year, man, I did that a lot. Last year, I was like, man, I'm gonna just take a few trips, places I hadn't been. I went to Colombia twice. I went to Medellin and Cartagena.
Yeah.
I love both of those places. Those are dope. I went one with family and one with just the boys.
That part.
And then I went over to London and Paris.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to, I was like, I always been in the Caribbean and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I never been to Europe and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so I went over there. It was a different vibe and energy, how people treat you, the look.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The building, the architecture, all that type of stuff was different. You know what I mean? So I loved it though. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I like to travel and see different things, open my mind up to things.
For sure.
And then as I'm over there, I'm like, okay, how can I? Because I already did a couple of jobs over there.
Yeah.
But I'm like, how can I really tap in over here and get some business and really learn the culture?
Italiano.
Yeah. Like right now, Chris and his team is allowing me to do a collab with them throughout the tour. You know what I mean? To people with my company or around my company. For beautiful models to give them a chance to go experience the VIP treatment at the tour.
Nice.
So it's like I'm kind of doing tour support and building that aspect. Another hat I can wear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did it last year with them at the last tour, but now this is my first time doing it overseas with them.
That's dope.
You know what I mean?
It's a little bit different, but it's the same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, and it's building the brand in all the cities and all the markets.
And getting your other resources up out there because you gotta be able to dig from out there. You can't call your people out here. You gotta have a whole nother Rolodex.
Yeah.
You say, oh, don't worry about it. Let me hear my Europe phone right here.
Yeah.
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm in town. I'm gonna need about 2
X, Y, and Z. Yeah.
Make the stuff make sense.
So that's good though, man. That's a building thing that I'm blessed to have around.
Is it a lot of like upcoming casting directors?
I think it is every day. You know what I'm saying? Like now until I start seeing them and knowing who they are, you know what I'm saying? I gotta see them. But up and coming ones that's doing it right, that's a different story. You know what I'm saying?
Big difference.
Because they haven't tapped in or got under the right people, and I didn't just come and say, oh yeah, I'm just a cast person.
Yeah, like you said, the game chose you.
Yeah, and then I was under a couple people first, learning it first.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? Indirectly, and I might not have been their official assistant.
Yeah.
But they asked me to do this. Okay, I'm learning through the. Okay, they trying to finesse me, but I'm learning at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
the finesse, I'm learning from it, so I'm not really tripping on it. I see what you're doing here.
Yeah.
But actually, I need to see what's going on in this field, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you feel like you winning.
Yes.
But I'm winning because I'm learning from it. So we all winning. Go ahead with go on with the show.
Yeah.
And then one day you say, okay, I've had enough here. Appreciate your time.
Yeah.
You know you a slick bastard, right?
Yeah.
Have a good day though and get on. Huh?
Yeah. And then I came and pulled the rug.
Yeah.
You know
Next time they see you,
Yeah.
You need to be calling me now. I mean, you know that little stuff y'all doing over there.
Yeah.
We got that under control, man.
Yeah, but it's some up and coming ones though that might have it, but we'll see. Because a lot of them, like I said, they let everything around them.
Yeah.
They let the drugs, the lifestyle, the girls, the everything around them infiltrate. The main part is doing good business and having a successful, sustainable business.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the test of time is what matters. You feel me?
Yeah.
They want to see you around. If I start fucking with you, then you gone. Why would I even start building with you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
so, yeah.
That's like you as an artist, right?
Yeah.
A new artist, oh, man, let me get a feature. Oh, man, let me see what you're doing first, bro. Let me
Please.
see. Let me see if you're going to even be here.
Yeah, because you know what niggas love to do, get a feature from you, and I'm saying that ain't even about the money. I want you to really go do that, because if not, you just walk around telling people, I got a song with Young Lady.
Exactly. No, you need to promote it, market it.
Plan it out your phone, though. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Yeah.
No, I'm supposed to see that. You supposed to have that all down the thing. If you're going to do it. If not, that's cool. That's what you want to do. Cool.
Yeah.
You know
well, now you got to pay me. You got to pay me a big bag.
Yeah, I see where you're going with it.
Yeah.
You want to waste your time and your money. That's cool.
Exactly.
You know, I know it's a hobby to some people. I don't want to be the one to kill their dreams. So that's what you want to do? Come on, let me help you.
Let's do
now
it.
I'm going to say, now from here, you need to do this and this and this. And they get to looking with the...
No, I started giving the game.
I thought I just had to, and it's like, nah, now it's where you really start.
This is how much it's going to cost.
Because the music part is probably 5% of it.
Exactly.
And then the business is, here we go, boom, boom, boom.
The rest of that, yeah. Trust me, I had to learn the hard way. I'm telling you, at one time, we had one of the biggest records in the city. This is like 08. And we had one of the biggest records in the city. I had all the club DJs, everybody rocking it. Yeah. We did all the record pools and all that. We had a meeting at Power 106. Felly fell at the time. They hit me with I'm talking about all the mixers went crazy. Felly was like, hey, hold on. Y'all sure this the one? I'm like, what you mean? You see they going crazy? Who's your record promoter? What do you mean?
What does that mean?
Yeah, I didn't know at the time. So after we left, I'm tripping. I'm scratching my head. I go to the producer. He asks you where they getting their bread from, right? And I just didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? At the time, but at the time, my shit wasn't all the way there. If I would have had it,
I mean, because in reality, you saying, nigga, the club, this record is going crazy.
Yeah.
You don't want to promote that just off the culture of music.
But they had to though. So this is what they did. It ended up coming on Knew It too, like, you know what I'm saying, about 4-5 weeks in a row. Then it pulled back. But if I would have knew what I know now, so get this real quick, drop off of the record promoter. You go ever do what you need to do. Yeah. You know, because it's a business, I understand it.
Yeah,
you know
at that point, that's why they said they gave you enough to get the ball rolling. They said, now from here, come holler at me now.
Yeah.
And then from there, that's when you say, all right, let me invest in the record.
Exactly.
And the cold part is when the good examples of that is like, I've heard YG say he still pay a DJ to spin his record.
No, it's a part of the game.
You want a drink? What you want, 50, 100 or something? Okay, drop that motherfucker.
I used to go tip. I had the female artists I was doing. We was going down there. Here go 100. Here go a drink. Play that record.
And then on the backside,
come back and get another. You know what I'm saying?
On the backside, I heard Kendrick and them was saying that they put so much money into the Not Like Us, where it was played all over the radio. We just automatically assume it's the hottest record out right now. Yeah. It's got to be getting played.
It's called marketing and promotions.
Put money behind it.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
then, the main nigga whoever could talk to you about some numbers and how you thinking about music for sure is Trap LA. I done got to talking to him and put him to the side, and he get to telling me about how much money to put behind the single and all that.
Yeah.
And you like, I thought I had a cool little budget, but it's really you need 50 or you really want to go crazy. We need it, and it's like, let me go back to the
but you got to start at a space.
You got to start from somewhere, But it's questions to hear, just so you can get the real question.
So you know the end goal.
I know you're doing it. You fucking with different people and it's going on, but it's not as simple as you thought it was.
Yeah. Trap LA, my people. That's my boy.
Yeah, for sure. Crash, for sure.
Crash,
Good game, man. Any person coming up.
Yeah, probably one of the first videos I actually cast was
Crash.
Crash.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
See, small world, man.
Yeah.
So with that being said, shout out to Crash. I be seeing a lot of good people take good information from it, and I see artists every so often they don't know how to interpret what he's trying to tell them, and they get to going crazy in the comments, and it's like, bro, he's giving you the game, right?
Yeah, he giving you real game.
Understand it or not?
And he done it with multiple artists. They don't realize
it's already proven.
Yeah. He's done it with multiple artists. They just don't know he's been the guy behind the scene.
Like, he don't even got to be telling you nothing right now. He could just be doing it, and he being successful. You continue trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
he dropping gems, but I'm just saying that to say, sometimes you just gotta listen.
Yeah.
And stop talking. That's why God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, because you're supposed to be twice as much listening than you do talking, man.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. So you got any good game for somebody that wanted to get in the game, and it don't even got to be into the casting game, because that's
just entertainment as a whole.
Yeah. What kind of game would you give them, just so they can know?
I'm gonna say, stay consistent and persistent at what you're trying to do, because you might get to the door and give up, and that extra little knock,
that part,
you to open the door or got you through that door.
So for the people in the back, consistent is just keep doing it and doing it with everybody know. Persistent is when you're standing there and it's like, damn, I'm just if they don't answer on this last knock, I'm gonna go home. But it's nah, I'm just gonna keep knocking until they answer. It ain't even no go home, ain't even a thought. I'm gonna be here knocking until they keep going to work, seeing me. Damn, when we gonna answer? I see this nigga leaving and knocking. Oh, yeah.
It's like working out. You go to the gym, you keep going, you gonna see some results.
Yeah, that's another thing. Niggas gotta go to the gym for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
It
and
might
think it's
take
gonna
you
happen.
2 years for
Bro.
you to really start getting a real change.
Now I'm starting to get it now. It took me about 2 years. Bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know
Me
what I'm
too.
saying?
I've been about 2 years too.
Yeah, at
But
first I
niggas
was like, man, ain't nothing
okay.
happening. But it's happening internally. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You
because
just
your
don't know.
bones, as my boy was telling me, your bones getting denser.
Yeah.
They getting ready for you to be lifting certain type of weights.
Yeah.
Your fat going off is turning to muscle.
Yeah.
Certain lot of
you might stay
shit.
the same weight, but it's like leveraging it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's a big difference.
So
man.
yeah, I tell everybody, man, this game is like high school or college. You stick with it, you graduate.
The 13th grade.
You know what I'm saying?
Welcome to the 13th grade.
Yeah.
Nigga thought he graduated and got away. Nope, you're in the 13th grade now. You hear everybody's still a popularity contest.
Yeah.
Still all that same shit
It's all
going
the
on.
same
Cool
thing.
people table. All that shit going on, man. You know, welcome to the 13th motherfucking grade, man. You hear me? So, instead, I usually do the for the rappers, the top 5 rappers who they like at all time. Let's say for you, who's your top
About
5?
to run out of time.
Okay, well shit.
Top 5 what?
Favorite people you enjoy working with.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say top 5 videos.
We can do top 5 videos. That'd be easier.
Well, no, it's cool. I just say right now, Snoop, Chris Brown, Tyga, YG, Kendrick.
All right, go and give me your social networks before we get out of here.
MILLTICKETcasting.com is my main website. That's MILL. And then, you know, Mill Ticket CEO, Mill Ticket TV, all MILL.
All right,
on
Cam.
Instagram.
Go on and take them home right now. You got 15 seconds before we blow up.
Y'all can tap in with me at COOLAZZCAM. Tap in with our website, www.theinnovativeculture.com. Follow us on Instagram at innovative.culture and the WB Morning Show. And subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/innovativeculture.
And we out. Hello.
Waking up, sunshine beams through the blinds. Young LA and cool ass Cam on the grind. 10 a.m. hits, I'm tuning in for the fine. Spotify or YouTube, blowing up your mind. WB Morning Show, that's the spot. Fresh episodes every Monday, they hot. West Coast vibes, never miss a shot. Eating up the screen, they serving the plot. Look, hit that subscribe, punch that bell. New content dropping, can't you tell? Last for days, stories to swell. Morning shots, we under the spell.
Innovative.